Hey guys, what's up? MadSeason here, back with another gold guide. This time we're stopping by the Firelands. Like I said in my previous video, Cataclysm raids are a really good way to farm some quick gold once a week. In this regard, Firelands is actually the most lucrative out of all of them, but it's also one of the toughest. The entrance to this raid is located at 4777 in Mount Highjow, which you can find in Kalimdor. Before zoning in, make sure the difficulty is set to 25-man Heroic to maximize gold income. I did 5 runs for this place and came up with these stats. As you can see here, on average you get around 2,082 gold in 19 minutes. In terms of gold per hour, that's around 6,500 gold per hour. Keep in mind that you can only do these raids once per week per character, however. Also, these times are with deep knowledge of the instance and all of its bosses. If it's your first time here, your run will definitely be slower. If you have a decent alt army built up and you're doing all of these Cataclysm raids on all of them, the gold really adds up quickly and you can easily purchase a game time token on a monthly basis if that's your goal. At least at the time this video was made. However, as I said, this is one of the toughest of the Cataclysm raids. Even through level 100 scaling, some of these bosses will kill you if you don't know the strategy. I'll have a link to a good video in the description, but I'll give you footnotes for the notable bosses and hopefully that'll be enough. As a frame of reference, I'm using an eye level 690-ish Death Knight with the legendary ring in this video. The first boss I always kill is Bethtilak, the spider boss. This one isn't too tricky. Once you engage her, she'll climb up on her web. Eventually she'll send down some spider heads that when you kill them, you can climb up their web up to the boss. Once you're up on the web, burn down the boss as fast as you can while staying out of the orange circles. This is important because if you stand in those, you'll be sent back down to the ground level and you'll get perma-stunned until you die. The next boss I usually kill is Lord Reigneth. Nothing too tricky about this guy, just pick one of his feet and DPS it as fast as you can. The goal here is to not let him reach the lava surrounding him. If you're DPSing one of his legs fast enough, he should just spin in circles until he dies. Once you stub his toe, his armor will shatter and you can finish him off from there. Next is Alice Razor. Nothing really notable here, she'll drop feathers throughout the fight. Click on 3 of them to gain the ability to fly for a short time and just DPS her down. She also drops a mount for all you collectors out there. Next is Shan Axe, probably the toughest boss to solo. To summon him, you just gotta kill a few trash packs. A warning horn will go off a few times. Once it goes off for the 3rd time, the boss will start patrolling the main area. The problem with this guy is his pet Rage Face. This thing has an ability that stuns you for 30 seconds and is only broken if someone crits it for at least 45,000 damage in one hit. Obviously, if you're solo, this is a little bit tricky. There are a few ways to get around this, and some classes are going to have more trouble than others. The first way, and the best way if it's available to you, is to kill the boss in a tank spec. Say, Blood for Death Knight or Protection for Warrior. He won't cast a stun on you, so you can just DPS him down as normal. The second way is to throw dots on him that'll crit for at least 45,000 damage while he has you stunned. The third way, and it's not really recommended, is to just live through the 30-second stun. Obviously this is the last resort. You'll see me try to DPS race him down here and I wasn't fast enough. I do live through his stun, but he just follows it up with another one anyway, so like I said, not recommended. And the fourth way is to just bring a friend. Obviously you'll be splitting the loot and gold though, so it'll make the run a little bit less lucrative. The next boss is Balrog. This guy is just a DPS race. He'll put on a stacking debuff on you that'll eventually one-shot you. I was able to kill him pretty easily as an eye level 690 Death Knight. Just pop every major cooldown that you have, like Heroism, Adrenaline Rush, Rune Weapon, just to down this guy as fast as you can before he kills you. Next we have Majordomo. Another standard fight, just make sure you don't stand in fire and you're good. One thing I will say though is that the ads that guard him, make sure you kill him fast or else they'll put you in an infinite stun loop. Get your strongest AoE ready for those to burn him down as soon as possible. If you get caught in the stun loop, try queuing for a battleground, dungeon, or arena skirmish to get ported out. I haven't tested that out, but it's worth a shot. And finally we have Reigneth, who is surprisingly easy. Nothing fancy here, just stay out of the fire and you should have no problem. And that's it. Like I said, I have a link in the description that goes into these bosses into more detail if you end up having trouble. But once you get the basics down, you can pretty much blaze through this place at lightning speed every time. I hope you found this video helpful, and as always, thanks for watching, good luck, and peace!